Additional SEPTA bus and trolleys were running today in areas heavily traveled by students.
The change comes after service cuts to start the school year led to lower attendance in some schools. NBC 10's Mayk spoke with the superintendent and the governor today about the ongoing battle over funding for the transit agency. Lauren, what's the latest?
Well, Tracy, we're waiting to hear about any updates this afternoon. The governor said he is meeting with leaders today. It's been more than 2 months of delays. That's led to cuts like this one here in East Falls, and it's led to a lot of delays for drivers.
Literally jumping in the truck to head back to meet with the leaders in my office.
Governor Shapiro in Philadelphia today as legislators near 9 weeks in a budget impasse with negotiations ongoing.
I expect in our meeting today that we'll make some progress on that. And I think they got to get folks back to Harrisburg and do their jobs and vote on a budget that includes funding for mass transit.
The governor has said lawmakers need to come back to the Capitol to vote.
Do you even have a framework for them to vote on at this point?
Without getting into the details of our internal discussions, I think we all understand that the broad issues that we were dealing with months ago have been narrowed. We're down to a few things here that leaders need to make some tough decisions on.
The impasse has also left funding for SEPTA and other transit agencies up in the air. Facing a more than $200 million deficit, SEPTA has started reducing service to save money, but a judge temporarily ordered them to stop future cuts. As a result of an arrangement with the city, today more buses headed out on routes taken by students to try to ease congestion from the changes.
How did that go? And do you think it made a difference for students?
I absolutely think it will make a difference. Last week, for the first 3 days of school, we had a majority of schools that reported both an uptick in absences and an uptick in late arriving students.
The superintendent saying he's optimistic those numbers will improve now. But the larger dilemma over how to handle funding for SEPTA remains. Last week, I talked to the Senate Appropriations Chair.
The long-term solution is not going to happen.
Are you hearing the same thing from Senator Pittman and other Republicans?
Again, I don't think it's prudent for me or wise for me to get into our private conversations. I get that there are some lawmakers in both chambers who are expressing their own individual views. My job is to try and find 26 votes in the Senate.
The governor saying it's going to take Democrats and Republicans in the Republican-controlled Senate, plus 102 votes in the House.
I'm confident we can get there, but these two leaders need to make some tough decisions. Part of the decisions they need to make are quieting some of the extreme voices within their own caucuses.
I did reach out to Senator Martin's office about that comment. We'll let you know what he has to say. Meanwhile, we also reached out to SEPTA to ask about those buses. And as I watch some of the kids getting on the bus after school here today, SEPTA did tell us that things did run smoother today. There was still some overcrowding. There were still some waits, but they did think that it eased congestion and made things work a bit smoother with those extra buses on the road today. Live in East Falls, I'm Lauren Mayk, NBC 10 News.
Sure, a lot of things still up in the air. Lauren, thanks. NBC 10 will continue to bring you the latest developments on the situation with SEPTA. We've compiled all the information about the current service cuts and their impact on your commute. Just click on the SEPTA Budget Crisis tab at the top of our homepage and on our NBC 10 app.